Dolphins fans, what is going on? Ben Morgan of the Fins Up Network. And yes, if you watched my last video, which was the non-position of need NFL draft targets for the Miami Dolphins, you'll realize, yes, I am wearing the same shirt, but that's because I am in video creation mode today. I did that video. I'm doing this video, which is second round targets. And hell, I'm probably going to do the third round targets video as well. So you're just going to look at me in the same damn wardrobe. But that is cool because I am pumped beyond words for the 2023 NFL draft. And like I said, I am talking second round targets for the Dolphins today. They got pick 51 overall, which comes in the second round. And this is basically a list of, it's kind of a hybrid list. My desired targets, and then guys that the Fins have either been linked to through reports or sources. So kind of a hybrid list of my 5 guys for the Miami Dolphins in the second round. But I do need to hear from you. If you've got a desired second round target that I did not hit on today, you know the drill already. Go ahead and drop him in the comments. And now here's the funny thing again, because I said it's 5 guys, but I'm a cheater. You know how I do with my list. I add 2, 3, like in last video, I put about 7 cornerbacks on my list. I like to stretch my list out a bit. There's a lot of prospects that I like in this year's draft. Now, if you're looking at cornerbacks, though, like I am here, Emmanuel Forbes is my desired target with this pick. But like I said in that non-position of need video, I honestly don't know if he's going to be available at this point in the draft. If he weighed more than 166 pounds at the combine, I'd say he absolutely won't. But since he weighed in a little bit lighter, since it is a pretty deep position, maybe there is a chance. But if you look at Julius Brents, it's kind of the opposite. He's 6'4". He's got big size. But the nice thing about both these guys is they're position versatile. I shouldn't say position versatile. I should say they have the ability to play in both man and zone coverage. And like I said in that last video as well, we've got good cornerbacks. This is not a position of need. This would be simply drafting best player available, which I can't harp enough because the Dolphins got to do it. In the second round, if there's a chance for you who can land a contributor already for 2023, you do it. We're going to get to those guys here in a little bit. But otherwise, throughout this draft, with only having the first 4 picks, or the 4 picks, I should say, you are drafting best player available. And if it's Emmanuel Forbes or if it's Julius Brents, if it's another cornerback, whatever you've got to do, go ahead and draft that guy. But this is a good class of cornerbacks in the event we happen to go that route. All right, let's go to number 4 because I know a lot of you out there, based on comments to previous draft videos, love some offensive line talk. And like I always say in my responses, I'm not against an offensive lineman in this draft. I just don't believe we're going to see a quality offensive tackle fall to us to number 51. Now, it's the NFL draft. Anything can happen. Sure, that's great if one falls. But I think the best offensive lineman that has the best chance of falling to us is an interior offensive lineman, Cody Mauch, North Dakota State, missing the front teeth. He's got the look. He's got the build. He's got the nastiest. But he has got my eye because, yes, he was a tackle in college. However, with being those shorter arms, he's probably looking to be a guard at the next level. And you know as well as I do, we would all love to add another left guard to the mix to compete for snaps already this season. But I love his versatility. In case something were to happen, he does have that experience playing tackle, better suited for guard, but he's got quickness. He's got that experience in a zone blocking scheme, which is exactly what we do. He's not always going to maul his guy, but he's going to get in position. He's going to wall him off. He's got the speed. He's got the athleticism to play guard at the next level. So keep your eye on him at number 51 as well. And here I go cheating again with my number 3 guy. And it's a combination of linebackers. You got Jack Campbell out of Iowa. You've got Drew Sanders out of Arkansas. Now, there are actually some third-round targets I really like at linebacker. We're going to be talking about them in the next video. But if we go linebacker in round 2, man, sign me up for Jack Campbell. But based on what I'm hearing, sign Vic Fangio up for Drew Sanders. Vic Fangio is apparently very, very high on Drew Sanders, and for good reason. He's a really good inside linebacker, but yet he burst onto the scene with double-digit sacks this last year. So he's showing some versatility, ability to do a lot of things. But the thing with Jack Campbell, you throw on his tape from last year, fantastic. You look at his combine performance from a couple of months ago, fantastic. And one of my biggest worries with him was, How can he deal with coverage? Well, guess what? His 2022 tape solved that as well. Pro Football Focus's best middle linebacker in regards to coverage. He's got the height, he's got the weight, he's got the tape, he's got the measurements from the combine. Huge fan of Jack Campbell if we decide to go linebacker in round 2. But like I said, keep your eye on the other name as well, because Vic Fangio has more of a say than I do, believe it or not. All right, we're in the number 2. We're into the meat of this thing. Now, if I'm betting today, I am betting that Darnell Washington is probably off the board by 51. However, if he is available, he is. It shouldn't say 2, it should say 1B, because my 1A is coming next. My 1B is Darnell Washington. And like I said, there are a couple of players that the Miami Dolphins can get at 51, that pick in the 2nd round, that can step in and contribute from day one. And we're in win now mode, but they can contribute to the idea of being in win now mode. And that's Darnell Washington. I know he leaves a little bit desired yet as a pass catcher. We all think the potential is there. The production just hasn't been there on a consistent basis in college. However, we saw it at the combine as well. He was making all the catches. He was making athletic, crazy Odell Beckham Jr.-like catches. But what does he do? What do we crave from the tight end position? What does he do that's going to keep him on the field for the Miami Dolphins at the next level? It's blocking. Run blocking, pass blocking, being able to line up on the line of scrimmage and get it done as a blocker. There's arguably no tight end that's better at that in this year's draft class. And it is a good class. It's a deep class. There's targets we're going to talk about in the next video that I'd really like in round 3, kind of as a consolation prize. But I don't see those guys being able to step in and contribute day one, year one, the way that I see Darnell Washington being able to. So he, like I said, he's listed as 2. He's my 1B. But if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know Jahmyr Gibbs is my 1A. He's 1 here, whatever you want to call him. He is my slam dunk, no-brainer pick at number 51 if the Miami Dolphins stay as they currently are in regards to the running back position. Now, I'm typically against selecting a running back early, but like I said, Gibbs is the guy that, despite having all of the running backs back from last year's roster, he's a guy that can step in and compete already for snaps. And like I said in his player profile video a week or so ago, whenever I put that out, wouldn't surprise me if he ended up leading Dolphins running back in total touches with what he provides as a pass catcher at the next level. And it's not just dump offs. It's not just checkdowns that we want Tua to be more apt to doing this year, to keep him upright, to get the ball out of his hands, keep that head healthy. It's not just dump offs when it comes to Gibbs. What did I say in that video? He is the Eckler. He is the Kamara. He is the type of running back that you scheme up for. You scheme not just getting the ball in the run game, but getting to him in the pass game. He can line up outside. He can line up in the slot. He can run passing routes from the natural, like, running back position as well. The guy is a little bit do it all. And yeah, he's a little bit undersized. And yeah, if he was a complete slam dunk, he'd go in the 1st round. I'm not writing that off. And I actually think there's probably a good chance he's off the board by 51. But man, if he is not, you get up to that podium ASAP. You turn that card in. You let him help take this offense to the next level already in 2023. So like I said, he's my 1A to Washington being the 1B. But if there's anyone that I left out that you would be targeting for the Dolphins in the 2nd round at pick 51, drop them in the comments. Curious to see where your mind is with this topic as well. But that is what I've got for today, Dolphins fans. Until next time, doing the 3rd round, fins up.